Hey, it's your boy Bobby Beast here. I want to talk about a subject that comes to mind, and that is, would Kanan take out Famous? Now, I've heard people say this for a couple of years. They thought that Famous would end up being the one that Kanan would eventually take out, or Jukebox would take out. Famous is so close with Jukebox and Kanan, and the fact that we don't know about him or hear about him by the time we get to Power Book 1 says a lot. Either they had a falling out with one another, or Famous got taken out somehow, or Famous left and he just went on with, did his own thing, went on with his life. But it could be a situation where maybe Famous got taken out by Kanan for crossing him. Now, the Kanan that we're getting in season 3 of Racing Kanan is becoming the Kanan that we know him to be in Power Book 1. And when it comes down to it, him and Famous going at it with one another, this has happened more than once. A lot of people is talking about the smack that happened in the recent episode, but on a certain occasions, Famous has made Kanan very angry, reasonably. If you guys can remember on the first season, when it was The Streets Need a Body, that whole song was about Kanan taking out Buck 20, and that was enough of a cause to really take Famous out. Because don't get it twisted, that ain't the first time it ever happened. Stuff like that has happened in real life, and there's a couple of people that's gone because they was saying a little bit too much in their songs. I know nowadays some of these younger rappers, they get away with doing it, but back in the day you could not do that. And I'm telling you, a lot of people, if you know, you know. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to it though, basically that was enough of a cause. In season 2, I don't think Famous really crossed Kanan, but he showed a lack of ambition, and where he was just like a normal guy who just wanted to be a rapper, he turned into a bit of a weed head and showed really no ambition to do anything, and even froze up at moments where Kanan, had the heart. And that's cool. Sometimes your homies freeze up. It's just you don't want to freeze up at the wrong moments. And what I mean, that's not just on a street level, that's in life. Like, know when to have those moments of not knowing what to do and know when to react. Because sometimes it takes a mistake to make a person execute better the next time around, and sometimes it ain't the time to freeze up. And so, that kind of took place in season 2. Maybe there's something I'm overlooking. I don't know. But in season 3, right here, on more than one occasion, Famous has taken things from Rock. All right? And Kanan doesn't want anything to do with Rock, and he means it. And personally, I don't see any redemption. I know people are saying he loves her. They believe that they're going to get back together. They're going to be cool. But Kanan has a long time hatred. Even if y'all are okay terms with one another, he's still gonna hate you for why he hates you. The entire time in Power Book 1, when him and Ghost got into it with one another, he played the role even though he was the problem in season 1. Basically, he was hiding behind everything. And then by the time we get to season 2, slowly but surely, he showed his hand. Now, they started getting along again when come to find out he survived him and Ghost's battle and ended up, taking Tariq under his wing. And in that one, for those of you who don't want to know, please take a second away and come back to the video. But the final meeting between Kanan and Jukebox took place, and Kanan chose Tariq over Juke. And so at the end of the day, this is when Ghost and him and Tommy were on good terms again. But even then, Kanan was still working against Ghost, turning Tariq against him the entire time. And it ended up blowing up in Kanan's face, because in the end, Tariq ended up betraying him. But at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say to you guys is this: do you think that your boy Kanan took out Famous? Do you think that something happened to Famous? Do you think he just left, he went away? Or do you think that it's a situation where, maybe Famous changed? He started working with Kanan and getting into that life. What do you guys think really happened here? Because I personally kind of think Famous is going to mess up again, and it might be a big mess up, and it might be a situation that leads into Kanan has no choice but to take Famous out. And though we don't want that to happen, because a lot of us really do love Famous. Like, Famous has become a person, he's like that family member that, he goofy. And let's be honest, not to take Famous on some gangster stuff. I mean, he's been around it, he can handle it, he's been around that life, but that doesn't mean he can be the one who does it. You get what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't need to be the one in it. But we'll see how this play out. I just want to say to all of you that it is your boy Bobby Beast here. I just want to say much love, much respect, hold it down, and one. Hey, it's your boy Bobby Beast here. I want to talk about a subject that comes to mind, and that is, would Kanan take out Famous? Now, I've heard